The recursive formula for sequence 40, 30, 22.5 is... Okay, so in order for us to answer this question, we have to be clear on what exactly is a recursive formula versus what is an explicit formula. So recursive formula, what we do is you have to be given what the starting value is, and then based on that starting value, we can then figure out the next successive value. In a recursive formula, you can only determine what the next value in the sequence is, and you cannot predict what the nth value in the sequence is without having to determine what the previous term was. So again, a recursive equation requires that you know the term before for you to know the term after. For an explicit equation, you can determine the nth term without having to determine what is the term before that. Sounds very confusing, but again, I've laid it out in this chart here for you to review, and on the Algebra 2 Regents, there are really only two types of sequences that they are testing you on, and one is the arithmetic, and the second one is the geometric. And I've broken it up into recursive versus explicit. So let's take a look at the answer choices here. I noticed that, or actually before the answer choices, in the problem statement alone, I'm given the terms 40, 30, 22.5. So 40 is the first term, right? And then the next term is 30, and then the next term is 22.5. I can tell that this is decreasing not with a common difference, but with a common ratio of 3/4. So the common ratio is definitely 3/4, because if I multiply 40 by 3/4, I get 30. If I multiply 30 by 3/4, I'll get 22.5. So that actually just immediately eliminates option 2, because I can tell option 2 there that I'm dealing with a recursive equation, but I'm dealing with an arithmetic recursive equation where the common difference is -10 and the starting value is 40. I don't have a common difference here. I have a common ratio. And then looking at options 1 and option 2, options 1 and option 2, they're written more as explicit geometric sequences. They are not recursive. Those are not good. So the only one that actually works is option 4. So the starting value is 40, the common ratio is 3/4, and in order for me to determine what the next one is, I need to know what the previous term was. So it's option 4 only.